It feels like you're waiting for the next shoe to drop. Kids' college, aging parents, your own retirement, and every financial expert is telling you the same thing. Just make a budget, track your spending, get some discipline. But here's the problem with that advice. You're trying to swallow this frog whole. You're trying to fix everything at once: the college fund, the parent care, the retirement gap, the daily spending, all in one massive gulp. And that's exactly why you keep feeling overwhelmed. Because the real financial reset, it doesn't start with fixing everything. It starts with breaking the frog into pieces small enough that you can actually swallow. But before I show you how to break it down, you need to understand why we keep trying to do it all at once. Because once you see this pattern, you're not going to be able to unsee it. So let me explain what I mean by the frog and why you keep trying to swallow it whole. The frog is everything. The frog is your entire financial life. It's not just one thing. It's retirement and college savings and aging parent care and debt and daily spending and insurance and estate planning. It's 47 things all screaming for your attention at once. And here's what makes it worse. Traditional financial advice tells you to fix it all. Make a complete budget, max out your 401k, pay off all your debts, save for college, build that 6-month emergency fund, review all your insurance, and update your estate plan. Do it all, do it now, and get some discipline while you're at it. It's kind of like being told to eat the entire frog in one bite. Let me give you an example that has absolutely nothing to do with money for a second. When I trained for my first marathon, I didn't start by running 26 miles at once. That would be insane, right? I started with a couple of miles, a couple times per week. Then I built from there. 3 miles here, 5 miles there, then 8. Slow, steady, progressive. That's how you train for a marathon. You build capacity over time. But here's what's crazy. When it comes to our finances, we take the opposite. We try to run the full marathon on day one. We wake up January 1st and decide, okay, I'm going to max out my 401k and pay off all my debt and save for college and build that 6-month emergency fund and review all my insurance and update my estate plan and invest in that taxable account all at once and all right now. And you know what happens? The same thing that would happen if I tried to run 26 miles on day one. You make it maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month if you're really determined. And then you're exhausted, you're overwhelmed, and you quit. Certainly not because you're not capable, but because you've tried to do something that's literally impossible. You can't run a marathon without training, and you can't fix your entire financial life in 1 month. But we keep trying because that's what all the advice tells us to do. Just get disciplined, make it happen. It's terrible advice. You've tried this before, right? You get all fired up, you make your spreadsheet, you commit to tracking every single penny, and by the end of week 3, you're ordering DoorDash and pretending like that spreadsheet just doesn't exist anymore. And you're feeling like a failure, but you're not a failure. You're just trying to do something that's literally impossible because your brain can't process 47 priorities at once. When everything is urgent, nothing gets done. End up paralyzed, doing nothing and waiting for the next shoe to drop. The problem isn't you. The problem is that you've been handed an entire frog and told to swallow it whole. No wonder you're choking. So here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to break this frog into pieces. Not 47 pieces, just 3. 3 pieces you can actually swallow. One at a time, without choking. Let me show you. You see, just about every financial situation, no matter how complex, breaks down into 3 pieces. And here's the key. You only focus on 1 piece at a time. The first piece is to stop the bleeding. This means stopping the immediate financial hemorrhaging, the stuff that's costing you money right now. Let me tell you why this matters. When I first got into the business years ago, we did what every financial planner did. We'd spend weeks preparing comprehensive financial plans. I'm talking phone book thick binders, every single detail of someone's financial life. Retirement projections, insurance analysis, estate planning, tax strategies, investment recommendation, all of it in one massive document. And every single time, I mean every time, we'd place the binder on the desk and I'd watch their eyes just roll into the back of their heads. You could just see it happening. the overwhelm, the shutdown. They'd flip through a few of the pages politely, nod, and you knew that binder was going home and getting placed on a shelf and never getting opened again. Because we had just handed them the entire frog, and they had no idea where to even start. Meanwhile, they'd walk out of the meeting still missing out on their employer's 401k match, still paying 24% interest on a credit card they could have refinanced, still bleeding money because they were too overwhelmed by the 200-page plan to see the things that needed to happen today. Now, I don't hand out the phone book. We send them a short list of questions specific to the piece that matters to them right now. Not the whole thing, just their piece. And you know what? They actually show up prepared, and they take action because they're not drowning in 200 pages anymore. They're focused on 5 to 10 questions. So what does stop the bleeding actually look like? Well, it's things like, are you leaving employer 401k on the table? That's real money walking out the door. Do you have FSA funds that are about to expire? That's your money evaporating. Are you paying 24% interest on a debt that could have been refinanced at 8%? That's bleeding. Are you subject to RMDs and not taking them? That's a 50% penalty waiting to happen. Now, these aren't sexy. They're certainly not exciting, but every single one of these is costing you real money today. And you can't build wealth if you're actually losing ground. You have to stop the bleeding first, not page 47 of the plan, not eventually, but first. Okay, well, we stopped the bleeding, and that's great. But how do you make sure it doesn't start bleeding again next month? Well, that's piece 2. Build the foundation. Build the foundation means creating a system that prevents future bleeding. This is things like, do you have a proper emergency fund? 3 to 6 months of expenses. Because when the car does break down and when the furnace does die, you need to be able to handle it without going into debt. Do you have the right insurance coverage? Life insurance if someone depends on your income, disability insurance if you need your paycheck, and property insurance that actually covers what you own. Are your basic estate documents in place? Things like a will, a power of attorney, a healthcare directive. Because if something happens to you, someone needs to be able to make those decisions. Are you consistently contributing to your retirement accounts? And I don't mean just getting the match. I mean actually building towards the future. So you see, this is your financial immune system, and it prevents the next crisis. This is stuff that's not sexy. Nobody ever really gets that excited about updating their beneficiaries. But this is what keeps you out of the frog hole. Now, once your foundation is solid, then we get to move on to piece 3, which is grow the future. And this is probably where most people want to start. But you can't optimize what simply doesn't exist. Grow the future means optimizing and expanding once your foundation is solid. This is things like Roth conversions, strategically moving money from traditional to Roth accounts when it makes good tax sense, tax loss harvesting, using investment losses to offset gains to reduce your future tax bill, asset location strategies, making sure your tax-efficient investments are in taxable accounts and your tax-inefficient investments are in retirement accounts, advanced estate planning, setting up trust, strategic gifting, generational wealth transfer. This is sophisticated stuff, and this is where you can easily move the needle. But here's the thing. This is critical. You can't optimize what doesn't exist, because most people want to start here, and they want to talk about Roth conversions when they don't even have their emergency fund set up yet. Kind of like trying to add the second story to a house with no foundation. It just doesn't work. Here's what makes this all work. You can only focus on one piece at a time, not all 3, one. You stop the bleeding first, then you build the foundation, then you grow the future. In that order, and always. This is how you break the frog into pieces small enough to actually swallow. You don't try and do everything. You do the right thing in the right order, one piece at a time. Hey, now I know this can feel like a lot to track on your own. So I created a free start of the year financial checklist that walks you through every piece of the frog step by step. It shows you exactly what to look at in each piece. Stop, build, grow. I'll drop a link to it down in the description. It's yours, no strings attached. But here's what I want you to understand. Knowing these 3 pieces simply isn't enough. You need to know which piece you need to focus on right now. So let me show you how to figure it all out. This is where most people get stuck. They understand the 3 pieces, but they don't know where they are. So let me make it really simple. First question, are you actively losing ground financially? I don't mean things are kind of tight. I mean, is money going out faster than it's coming in? Are you leaving money on the table like employer benefits you're not using? Are you paying interest rates that are just killing you? Are there penalties or fees you're getting hit with that you could avoid? If you answered yes to any of those, you're in stop the bleeding mode. That's your piece. Second question, do you have your financial safety net? And by that, I mean, do you have that 3 to 6 months of expenses saved in an emergency fund? Do you have the proper insurance coverage? Life insurance, if someone depends on your income. Disability insurance, if you need your paycheck. Are your estate documents in place? A will, a power of attorney, healthcare directives. Have they been reviewed in the last 5 years? Are you consistently contributing to your retirement? I mean, not just getting the match, but actually building towards the future. If you answered no to any of those, you're in build mode, and that's your piece. Don't skip this. I know it's not terribly exciting, but this is what prevents you from the next crisis. Third question, is your foundation solid? Emergency fund? Check. Insurance coverage? Check. Estate basics? Check. Retirement contributions happening consistently? Check. If you can honestly answer yes to all those, then congratulations, you're grow the future mode. Yeah, you get to do the fun stuff, the optimization stuff, and that's your piece. But it's only if your foundation is actually solid. And don't lie to yourself on this one, please. Now, here's what I find with most people. You're probably in build mode. Most people are. You stop the major bleeding, but the foundation has a few cracks, and you know what? That's okay. But that's exactly where you should be, because once you know where you are, you know what to focus on. So here's what I want you to do today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Download that checklist I mentioned. And as you scan through it, one thing is going to jump out at you. The one thing that makes you go, oh, I should probably handle that. That's the one thing. Maybe it's the FSA funds that are about to expire. Maybe it's finally getting that insurance quote. Maybe it's reviewing your beneficiaries. Whatever makes you feel that little pinch that says, yeah, I really need to get to that. That's your piece of the frog. Do that one thing this week, because here's the truth. You're not going to fix everything this week or this month or even this year maybe, but you can make progress on one thing, and that one thing leads to the next thing. And that's how you eat the frog, one bite at a time. So here's what I want you to do right now. Download that start of the year financial checklist. Link is right below this video. It's going to walk you through breaking down your frog into manageable pieces. And if you want someone to help you dissect that frog, you can schedule a time to chat. That's in the description too. But start with a checklist. Don't swallow this frog whole. Break it down, because you've got this. I'm Tim Gardner, and I'll see you in the next video.